Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. I hope you all are fine. Students, as you know, we are studying Unit 1, Introduction to Access 2013. In this chapter, we have covered few topics. Now, let's take quick review of these topics. What is a database? Every organization maintains data pertaining to its business, its employees, and other relevant information. For example, a school maintains data about students' details, their academic and co-curricular achievements, details of teachers and the administrative staff. This data needs to be easily and timely available to the user. This data needs to be updated regularly. Thus, data needs to be organized into a database. A database is simply an organized collection of data. It arranges information in such a way that any specific piece of information can be easily accessed. Elements of a database. 4 types of database: hierarchical, network, relational, object-oriented. Of these, the relational database model is the most popular. A relational database stores data in the form of tables. A table organizes data into rows called records and columns called fields. Records and fields together make a table. Each record defines information about one entity and gives complete details about it. Each field defines information of a certain type for all records. For example, the table shown here has 2 records that contain information about 2 entities, Raza Amir and Binish Jamil. It has 4 fields that contain information of the same type for these 2 entities. For instance, the field employee email contains the email address for each entity. Database Management System (DBMS). Database management system involves creating, modifying, deleting, and adding data in a database. The software that performs these functions is called the Database Management System (DBMS). Some popular DBMS software are Access, MySQL, Oracle. Functions of a DBMS: reduce data redundancy, controls data inconsistency, facilitates sharing of data, enforces standards, ensures data security, maintains integrity. Reduces data redundancy. Data redundancy means duplication of data. For example, a school may have 2 separate files to maintain data records, one with students' addresses and the other with their phone numbers. A DBMS integrates these 2 files into a single database file. Now, the data is stored at a single page in the database. Hence, data duplication is reduced. Controls data inconsistency. Suppose students' addresses are stored in 2 files, bus information and fees information. A student informs the bus in charge about a change in address. So the new address will be reflected in the bus information file, but the change will not be made in the fees information file. Hence, 2 different files have 2 different addresses for the same student. This will not happen in a properly maintained database. Ideally, there will be no redundancy and any change in one file will be automatically updated everywhere else. Facilitates sharing of data. Different users can use the same database to extract database on their individual needs. Enforces standards. A DBMS makes it possible to apply certain standards in data representation. These standards could be an organization's own standards or national, international standards. Ensures data security. In a DBMS, the database administrator has complete control over the database, who ensures that the data is accessible only to the authorized people. Different categories of users can be given different permissions. Some may have the authority to only view the data while others may have the authority to modify data too. Maintains integrity. A DBMS supports database integrity. Suppose a database contains information about the marks scored by the students in an examination. If the maximum marks are 100, you can have rules to make sure that the database accepts numbers only in the range of 0 to 100. Introducing Access 2013, Microsoft Access is one of the most popular DBMS applications. It is a relational database where data is stored in the form of tables. A relational database uses multiple tables to organize data and creates relationships between these tables to retrieve data. Each specific piece of information in a table is called a value. A value is located at the intersection of a column and a row. The total number of values in a table is the number of rows multiplied by the number of columns. Records in a table are arranged according to a common reference value known as the primary key or the key field. A primary key is one or more columns whose value uniquely identify every row in a table. The value in the primary field is different for every record and thus helps to identify records uniquely. For example, in a table containing information about students of class 8A, the column roll number behaves as the primary key as every student has a unique roll number. This is the interface of Access 2013. Elements of Access 2013. This is a program icon. This is quick access toolbar. This is the navigation pane. Tabs, tabbed documents, title bar, help button, ribbon, status bar. Database objects. Table. It stores the data in a database. Form. It lets you enter and display data in a customized format. Query. It retrieves data from one or more tables based on a selection criteria. Report. It displays data in an easy to read format for printing. Macro. It automates tasks that are performed often. Module contains programming statements written in VB programming language. Starting Access 2013. To start Access, select Start All Programs. Select Microsoft Office 2013. Click Access 2013. You will see the start screen of Access 2013. Creating a database. Choose an Access template that has various built-in tables, queries, forms and reports and that are ready to use. Search online for more templates. Create a database from scratch. Creating database using a template. To create a database using predefined templates, in Access Start screen, click on Contacts. A list of available templates is displayed. Select a desktop personal contact template. It displays a description of the template and asks you to enter the name of the database under file name. You can either use the default location that Access shows below the file name box or click the folder icon to select another location. Click Create. Access creates the database and displays the table in datasheet view. The navigation group displays all the objects. Create a database from scratch. The steps to create a blank database are: click blank desktop database, type a name for your database in the file name box. You can either use the default location that Axis shows below the file name box, or click the folder icon to select another location. Click create. You will see a blank table 1 in datasheet view where you can add data. By default, the first field in each new table is an ID field of auto number data type. This is the primary key designed to contain an entry that will uniquely identify each record in the table. No two records in this table can have the same value for the primary key field. You can rename it. Select the empty cell below, click to add in the table. Enter Sonia Shafiq and then press the tab key to move to the next field. Notice that the icon in the record selector has changed to a pencil to indicate that this record has not been yet saved. The value 1 appears in the ID field. The name of the second column has changed to field 1 and click to add label has moved to the third column. Click the pencil icon in the record selector to save the record before you move on. Click the cell below, click to add and then enter the information shown here into the new cell. Press tab after each entry. Notice that two tabs appear on the ribbon fields and table under table tools. Now double click the ID field name and rename it to employee ID. Repeat step 9 for the other fields and rename as shown. Save the table by clicking the Save button on the Quick Access toolbar. The Save As dialog box appears. Under Table Name box, enter Employee and then click OK. The table is closed and added to the Tables group in the navigation pane. Naming a field. Rules for naming a field are as follows. A field name can be 1 to 64 characters long. A field name can include letters, numbers, and some special characters. The underscore sign is allowed and is often used. A field name cannot have a period, an exclamation mark, brackets, or accent grave. Field name cannot start with a blank space. Field name can be in upper, lower, or mixed case. Setting data types. Data type controls what can be entered into a field. Data type description. Short text. It is used to store text, combinations of text and numbers like addresses and numbers that will not be used in calculations like phone numbers and postal codes. It can store up to 255 characters. Long text. It is used to store long text like notes and descriptions. It can store up to 65,535 characters. Number. It is used for numeric data that will be used in calculations. Date and time. It stores date and time values. You can display the dates and time in various formats. Currency. You can specify various currencies and display them in different formats. Auto number. It stores an integer that increments automatically as you add records. If the table does not have a primary key, then auto number uniquely identifies the records. If you delete a record, its auto number value is not reused and remaining records are not updated. Yes and no. This can have only one of two values, true or false. You can adjust the format setting to display as yes and no or true or false. OLE object. This stores graphics or objects such as Microsoft Excel worksheet or Microsoft Word document. Hyperlink. This is a clickable path to a folder on your hard disk, a network location or a website. Attachment. This is used to attach a file to a record in the same way you attach a file to an email message. Calculated. It is used to store the results of a calculation based on other fields in the same table. When you create a field by entering data in the database in the datasheet view, Access examines the data to determine the appropriate data type for the field. You can change the data type as per your requirement. To change the data type, do the following. Click the field header whose data type you want to change. In the formatting group of the Fields tab, click the down arrow of the data type option. Select the required data type from the drop down list or click the down arrow of click to add field and select the data type. Add data to this field. Now students, that was the revision of the chapter number 1, Introduction to Access 2013. I have prepared the assessment and its marks will include in monthly test. So try to solve the assessment link mentioned in your school app. Allah Hafiz.